Good morning, Room 10 Super Kids. Today's Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. It is day 175 of school. And yes, only 5 more days after this. I'm wearing my red sleeve Cipriani shirt and my red glasses in honor of Author Camp Red today. Today you're going to be reading and studying Patricia Polacco books. I love this author. She writes stories about her life and talk about fancy words. Boy, she uses them in her writing. She actually lives across the bay from us. Especially pay close attention to the book, Thank You, Mr. Falker. It tells the story of how she learned to read at age 14. Yeah, you heard me right, age 14. Now she's a famous children's author, but she had a reading problem and was bullied about it, and finally a teacher discovered this is what's happening and helped her to learn to read. Along with learning about Patricia Polacco, you'll be doing one multiplication item and one division item on IXL for today and Thursday and Friday. And I want you to make sure and do that. I wanted to talk about fact families because multiplication and division have fact families just like addition and subtraction, opposite operations. So I made up on my paper 2 groups with 3 things inside. So I was 2 groups and I was counting by 3. I want to do the inverted operation. Remember how we always said you can flip the facts? In addition, you can do that in multiplication too. So I'm going to show you my next fact. Count by 3s 2 times. Opposite. Okay? Then, just like addition and subtraction, I'm going to take my answer, I'm going to put it in the front of my problem, only this time I'm going to divide. Let me show you how it works. Let's go backwards on this one. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Let me write it down. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got 6 items, and I divided it by 3, so that means I have 2 groups. Let's try the next one. Go backwards. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Here it is. Let's see. Still have 6 items, and I'm putting them into 2 groups. How many are in each group? 3. Do you see how we did that? You're so good at addition and subtraction, making the whole fact family. You can do it with multiplication and division too. So just remember, when they're asking you to multiply and divide, think about the whole fact family. Okay. And here's your joke for today. It's a book joke. Yesterday, a book fell on my head. Well, I only have my shelf to blame. Instead of myself, I only have my shelf to blame. And now, words every 3rd grader should know. I thought I'd use some story words today, ones that you need to know how to write. The first one is 1, like number 1. And I put that in there because lots of kids had trouble spelling the word once. Once upon a time. Once I did this. Well, here's 1 time. So once is 1 time. Look what they added. The C. So if you can remember how to spell one, O-N-E, slip that C in before the E, and you know it's going to make a S sound because there's an E right behind it. So 1, once, while. While I was doing that, and it's a W-H. W-H-I-L-E. Super E makes that I say its name. Now, sometimes you hear this longer word, this compound word. Meanwhile, all they did was take the word while, W-H-I-L-E, and add mean on it, just like you're being mean, but it doesn't mean that. M-E-A-N. Meanwhile, I was over here, and meanwhile at the castle, the dragon was fighting the prince. And about that time, A-B-O-U-T, remember Al? O-U, my favorite football team, when they hit you with the tackle, they say ow, about, and there's that schwa sound, about, and then after, happily ever after, A-F-T-E-R. Now, as always, if you hear an or an or an R sound at the end of words, there's going to be a vowel in front of that R. The R likes to push the vowels around, and there will always be one, okay? E-R. Bossy R is going to be pushing from behind. Okay, that was words every third grader needs to know. I hope you have a happy day at Authors Camp. This truly is one of my favorite authors. Her books are kind of long, so you may need to take some extra breaks in between reading them, because it'll be a little bit sitting, but I think you'll love them. Okay, happy day.